What's up guys, Lvladen here, and today I'm coming at you with a video on my Red Paladin. We're going to be going over the Radiant Decree build that I've been running in BGs lately. This build is absolutely insane when it comes to the cleave damage. So let's get right into it. The capstone talents that I take on the Paladin tree are Sanctified Wrath and Seal of Order. The only flexible talents on this side are probably Seal of Alacrity into Seal of the Crusader, vice versa. Personally, I prefer the 4% haste rather than the RNG 6% damage. Just smooths out the rotation a little bit, especially since we're not building too much haste. Onto the Paladin tree, we have a flex pick of Holy Crusader or Improved Judgment. I think that 2% more mastery is valuable, seeing as we don't need the reduced cooldown on Judgment because we're not taking Zealot's Paragon. Try to increase the duration of wings for as long as possible. We have a couple flex picks when it comes to doing damage here. Consecrated Blade, Seal of Wrath, and Expurgation are all kind of interchangeable. With the incoming 2-piece set bonus, Expurgation might take the cake on this one, being that Blade of Justice will increase by 15%, but I'm not entirely sure. If you're not worried about CC breaking, an extra Consecration actually does deal, up to 4 or 5% of your damage in a BG if people are standing in it. If not, this whole tier or this whole row is not fantastic. After that, we have a bit of a flex pick between Boundless Judgment and Tempest of the Lightbringer, depending on what path you're going. You can remove a Relentless Inquisitor talent in here, take Sanctified Ground, and then swap out one of these talents, Tempest or Boundless. I personally think Boundless is a little bit better because we are getting the additional effect of Divine Resonance and Divine Toll to benefit Boundless, rather than, only one Empyrean Legacy empowered Divine Tempest. We're not really spamming out Divine Storms too much. Our main spender is going to be Justicar's Vengeance and Radiant Decree. Both of these damaging abilities absolutely pump. I'll show you the quick rotation breakdown. But more or less, this build right here is what I'm comfortable with at the moment. You can take 2 out of 2 in Relentless Inquisitor, go for a more single target, haste-oriented build. And even to a degree, you might be able to get rid of Empyrean Legacy and toss a point execution sentence. Like something like this could be used to, if someone's not paying attention, obviously you can crank up the execution damage pretty high. You can use it to bait cooldowns. I used it during the beta quite a bunch, quite a lot in duels. Not a huge fan of it. I do like Empyrean Legacy more for the moment, but again, season hasn't quite started yet, so I'm just trying to give you guys a baseline for the few builds that I'm running, which a few videos ago we talked about the Crusade build. Now we're going to talk about the Radiant build. One more flex talent that we have is Recompense versus Sacrifice of the Just. I do think Sacrifice of the Just has some uses. I think it's pretty good against Rogue Mage when they're getting a bunch of resets and you want to be either sacking CC or sacking goes. But Recompense actually does significant more damage and healing. I've hit slightly over 100k recompenses when people don't actually pay attention to what talent that you're running. So it can pump or it can save you with a nice fat Word of Glory heal. Outside of that, not too many flex picks, but again, not every build is concrete at the moment. Still evolving. The Crusade build has evolved since I've last talked about it. But yeah, if you guys want to use this as a template and then, swap around some talents, go for it. Now I'm going to go over the rotation. Oh, one more thing we'll talk about is the PvP talents. Baseline have been running Unbound Freedom or Reckoning and Lawbringer. Lawbringer absolutely been pumping up the damage because, people actually been pretty tanky lately. There are some PvP healing nerfs coming in on Tuesday, on the first day of the season. But outside of that, you can flex Lawbringer into Blessing of Sanctuary, into Jurisdiction, or you could flex Unbound Freedom into one of these other utility talents as well. So it's kind of up to you guys, but as a default, this is what I'm running for the moment. All right, now we can get into the rotation. All right, the first version of the damage rotation that I'll talk about, very simple, very straightforward. As long as you have enough targets to get at least 3 Holy Power out of your Divine Toll, I just full send it. You can stun, Wings, Divine Toll into a Final Reckoning, into a Radiant Decree, into a Judgment, into a Templar's Verdict Empowered Empyrean Legacy, into a Hammer of Wrath, into a Blade of Justice, into a Justicar Vengeance spam. And then follow through with your normal PvE rotation, which is just not overcapping your Holy Power and spending your generators on cooldown while maintaining, a little bit of an eye on the Judgments coming out of your Divine Resonance. All right, the last version of the DPS rotation we'll go over is the 5 Holy Power opener. So we just get in here, get 5 Holy Power. We're going to go ahead and stun, Wings, Final Reckoning, Templar's Verdict into a Divine Storm, into a Radiant Decree, into a Judgment, into a JV, into a Hammer of Wrath, into a Blade of Justice, into a Just Cause Vengeance, and so on and so forth. Just do your PvE rotation while keeping your Holy Power generators on cooldown, while not overcapping on Holy Power. One thing you got to note is with the Divine Resonance talent, you're going to have to keep an eye out for every 5 seconds. For 15 seconds, you're going to toss out an extra Judgment. Try your best to take advantage of that. Sometimes you're going to be swapping around. There's just a lot of variance with the build that you can play with to increase your damage output. I really enjoy this build. All right, guys, if you enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.